Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. In terms of dates, we're going from the 5th of April up until the 11th, but we will first have a look at some of the games that released immediately after the Nintendo Direct last week, as last week's upcoming video was made before that happened, therefore they wouldn't have been in it. So which games are coming out for the Switch this week? Well, let's find out. Let's start with a few of the shadow drops from the Nintendo Direct then, and the first of those was SaGa Frontier 2. This is a remastered version of that particular game that first released back in 1999 on the PS1, and it's the 8th game in the SaGa franchise. It's an RPG with a quite interesting art style. It goes for an isometric viewpoint with watercoloured backgrounds, and it's definitely a decent game. We have reviewed this one. I'll put a card to our review in the top right hand corner if you want to give it a watch. It doesn't give you all of its mechanics in quite as succinct a way as I would have liked, but once you do get on board with them, as with most of the SaGa games I find, the core gameplay is incredibly interesting. So that one's out now, as I said, and that will cost you £24.99 or your regional equivalent. Another game released after that Direct was Rift of the Necrodancer. This is a new rhythm game in the series where Cadence must engage in musical combat with monsters pouring through a rift. Each monster has unique behaviours, like bats that shift lanes when attacked, and tougher foes take multiple hits to dispatch. There are 30 plus rhythm rift tracks, and a number of difficulty settings, and there's also a remix mode available once you've finished the main campaign by the looks of it. As well as this, there are daily challenges and boss battles to go up against, and it will set you back £16.75 if you are interested. And finally, for those that released just after that Direct, you have Disney Villains Cursed Cafe. It says you enter the Cursed Cafe. You'll step into a world where every cup holds a secret and every sip can change a destiny. You are a potionista at Disney's Cursed Cafe, and you'll create enchanted blends for a cast of legendary figures, basically being the Disney villains. You got Cruella de Vil, Gaston, Captain Hook, Jafar, Maleficent, as well as others I'm sure. And you'll need to help these characters achieve their goals basically by looks of it, by serving them a particular drink or potion. This will cost £13.49 or your regional equivalent, and of course again, it's out now. Let's move on to the games coming out this week then, and the first of those is Pocket Bravery. This calls itself a retro-inspired 2D fighter with original characters, vibrant colours and an impressive combat system. It says it's designed with high-level players in mind, while still making it accessible for beginners to pick up and play. There are 12 different characters to choose from, 20 different arenas, and a story mode for you to partake in. It also has local and online multiplayer and does have rollback netcode, which is good for fighting games, and there is a demo that you can try on the eShop, available now. This one releases on the 9th of April for £16.99, although you can get 10% off of that price up until the 10th of April. Then we have Promise Mascot Agency. It says here that you'll explore a cursed town, recruiting new mascots and solving the mystery of your exile. It comes from the creators of Paradise Killer, and you'll play as a disgraced Yakuza lieutenant called Michi. You are exiled to a cursed town to turn a bankrupt mascot agency into a profitable enterprise. You begin with a rundown but upgradable truck, and there are friends to make, collectibles to find, and other businesses to partner with, as well as a host of mascots to recruit. Once they are on your books, the mascots can be trained and sent out on a variety of jobs to make money, gain experience, and spread the name of the Promise Mascot Agency far and wide. It certainly sounds interesting. There's a whole mix of different ideas in there, and it has a very distinct art style. Or distinct is probably not the correct word, but it does evoke memories of something like Deadly Premonition springs to mind when I see the graphics of this game. It's going to cost £20.99 and it's out on the 9th, although you can get 10% off of that price up until the 17th. The next game is Detective from the Crypt, which calls itself a mystical Victorian detective story in which you play as a ghost girl. It says Jane wakes up in a crypt as a ghost and you are investigating the death of her family. seeking and researching evidence, building accusations based on this, and you have a laboratory to research evidence. It goes on to say that you can communicate with the inhabitants of the crypts and graves, and you must find out why you died and reveal the secret of your parents' death. It's a point-and-click adventure game effectively, with that detective element, and it does make a point of mentioning that you have a cat that's your assistant. I know cats are very lovable creatures, but it does make me laugh how many games feel the need to explain to you that they have a cat in them these days. Anyway, it's going to cost £8.99 when it releases again on the 9th, and again it's a game that has a discount at launch, 20% off until launch day. As well as this week you have Star Overdrive, which is a game that's been on the coming soon page for a while and has had a demo available, which you can still play if you want to give it a try. And I have played that demo, played it through to completion, and it's actually so far a very good game. I've enjoyed what I've played of it. It's basically like an open world game where you have a number of different missions to try and complete on an alien planet, and you have a hoverboard that you can use to get to these places, and there are like race sections where you'll use the hoverboard more extensively, pulling off tricks and what have you as you go to keep momentum. There are environmental puzzles to complete and enemies that you'll encounter. You can upgrade your hoverboard and customize it to your liking as you unlock more of the planet. I think this one was in the direct the other day as well, and yeah, like I say, having played the demo, I've enjoyed it so far, definitely. This one comes out on the 10th and it will cost £31.49, but it's the 4th game in a row that has a pre-order discount, which is 10% off until launch day. Also this week then we have Wind Story. This is a pixel-style simulation management RPG, according to the blurb, where you'll be farming, breeding animals, fishing, and building amusement parks. It says, upon arriving at Windchime Ranch, players can immerse themselves in rural lifestyles. During the day, they can freely roam the ranch's flower fields, whilst at night they can enjoy drinking and dancing at the lakeside bonfire. It promises extensive freedom, with players being able to cultivate different crops, care for animals, gather mushrooms and various flowers, fish, mine, etc., and they can collect materials, prepare delectable meals, and interact with characters throughout the ranch. It has a lot of the tropes, by the sound of it, of your typical farm life sim game, but I do like the art style. It has that pixel style for its characters, as it mentioned, with more 3D looking backgrounds. Actually has a touch of 2D HD to it, the style that Square Enix have started using in a lot of their games recently. And it will cost £13.09 when it releases on the 10th, and it has a 10% discount up until that day. The penultimate game for the week then is Pilo and the Holobook, which is an exploration-based adventure game set in a colourful galaxy. You guide Pilo, or Pilo, I'm going to go for Pilo though, an apprentice explorer on a journey to document the universe's wonders and solve mysteries. You use the Holobook, a powerful encyclopedia-like tool, and Pilo will collect stickers to record his discoveries. There are a number of different hand-painted planets to explore, environmental puzzles to solve, and that Holobook with its sticker system for you to complete as you go along. This one does have a demo, so you can give that a try before you buy it. It's out on the 10th otherwise, and it will sell for £11.69 or your regional equivalent. And the final game for the week then is Big Buck Hunter Ultimate Trophy. It says here this has 3 times the content of any previous offering in this series, with 27 treks and 135 hunting sites. There are 9 different animal adventures, a number of bonus games, and some multiplayer modes included too, with a reimagined trophy room according to the blurb. And it's out on the 11th if you are interested for £34.99, albeit once again you can get 10% off for that price up until just before launch. So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases. Seems to be the week of the discount, judging by the games that are available. Will you be picking any of these up? Please do let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget, if you are looking for eShop credit to do just that, you can use our website switchup.gg to get your eShop cards, and doing so will get you 5% of your purchase price back as cashback that you can then use against a future purchase. And there are other links down there to places such as PlayAsia. Again, use our links and codes to save yourself some money. Thank you to our patrons and our channel members for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.